My skin looks like milk and lilac candles. My skin is easy to wear. It weighs on my shoulders like a light breeze. My skin is untouched by racism. My best friend's skin looks like incense and caramel sundaes in the middle of summer. It has had more experience, yet it is softer than mine. Smoother. Like pressed coffee pouring into your favorite mug on a sick day off from work. My eyes have never witnessed bullets. The word oppression has never leapt from my tongue except in history class, where I am taught that milk and lilac have always been the victory makers. My best friend is afraid of the dark. Not the monsters that hide in shadowy hallways, but the injustice that comes when the world decides to turn its lights off. She doesn't say this, but still I know. Because when we go out on our midnight walks, she tells me, only I can hold the flashlight. Because she, of incense, of caramel and coffee at an hour like this, will always be assumed guilty. My mouth knows how to say I'm sorry. Her mouth knows how to swallow the truth, but we have both grown familiar to the taste of silence. I am stuck between my fear of saying something wrong or saying too much, so I just say nothing at all. And I know that words hurt, but so does their absence. You cannot ask me to describe the pain, though I'm uncomfortable in the quiet. I recognize when it is not my place. Once, we were waiting at a bus stop only a block from her house when a lady walked up and asked if she could sit down on the real estate ads and cold metal chairs we had claimed. We said yes, willingly, and stood up together. A few seconds later, that same lady started whispering to herself about the nerve of incense, caramel sundaes, and coffee skin. How dare someone like her think she could sit next to me? My best friend was not sad or scared. Like a deer that has seen headlights so many times, the impact is no longer frightening. Her eyes looked like they had just seen an old friend from elementary school. Someone she did not always get along with, subtle, but gut-wrenchingly familiar. That same day, we went to Chinatown, got catcalled on the street, but we just kept walking. We went into a store to look at bonsai trees and fireworks. When we walked out, that same man who had whistled about traits that appealed to him was waiting. He approached us and asked how a white girl and a black girl could be friends. Silence took us by the hand, and once again we just kept walking. The rule goes, do not speak unless spoken to. And though we've had our fair share of opportunities, we always let fear get in the way, and I am sick of letting fear get in the way. If you want to know how a white girl and a black girl can be friends, maybe it's because we have the same laugh, or both share a passion for thrift shop flannels, because we know how to dance at a folk punk concert and grew up with an understanding of how to treat one another. Maybe it is simply because even on a sunny day, when the world decides to turn its lights on, milk and caramel sundaes will always taste right together, because even when there is no light to be found, candles and incense have always known how to create their own. Thank you, Ashgrove. It was lovely.